Yesterday, the No Jumper podcast uploaded another exclusive Tariq Nasheed interview hosted by our good brother, Poetic Flacco. And in this particular interview, Poetic Flacco did an amazing job positioning the questions to Tariq Nasheed about his issues in the past with Fresh and Fit.
Walk it back, right? So when did they come on in your radar, and what was your initial issue with them?
You know what? That's interesting because they've taken little shots at me before, just off and on, and I've just kind of ignored it. But yeah, my name would pop up on some of those platforms all the time. Even now, even with academics, and I'm cool with academics and that Zerka guy, they always mentioning my name. You know?
Zerka is a wild one.
Right. Zerka said something not too long ago that we were emailing each other, DMing. I've never DM'd this guy. This guy just said stuff. So they're always mentioning my name because they know it'll get some extra clicks.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the Fresh and Fit guys, all of that taking shots at Black Americans, I really had a problem with that.
As you can see, Tariq Nasheed has a problem with Fresh and Fit, only surrounded by the disrespect that the Fresh and Fit podcast has towards the African American community. He doesn't care about their OnlyFans models. He doesn't care about the other stuff going on. That doesn't matter. But when it comes to commentary that's negative about the hashtag FBA, our Black community, that's where his issue is. And can we find evidence of the Fresh and Fit podcast saying things negatively against the African American community?
That's a cult. There's no excuse. And Black people are just lazy. No, but it's smart. That's true. First of all, I was gonna say let's not go into stereotypes. Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, you started stereotyping the nurses.
You're right. I didn't stereotype the nurses. I talked about statistics.
And that person in a calorie deficit exercise and their blood markers still improve and their health improved by eating in a calorie deficit. This is the problem, right? When it comes to Black community, whatever. They always want to point the fucking finger at other people for why they're not where they want to be. I'm poor because the man. I'm fat because the man. No, you're just fucking stupid. You took your stimulus check, go bought some new fucking Jordans instead of investing it in something else. That's the reality. Okay? The Black community a lot of times has a victim mindset as to why they're not where they want to fucking be, and they blame race for it every single time. I would argue Black people nowadays have more opportunities than a lot of other races, thanks to affirmative action, etc. You went to a historically Black college. Is a white person going to get that opportunity? No.
There's no white colleges.
White people don't need it. HBCUs are not bridging the education.
I was about to say, please let's not get in the HBC debate.
But I'm saying y'all have entire colleges dedicated to you.
Now, of course, some of those things we may agree can be true or cannot be true. But the reality is that I want to prove today that the same people that Fresh and Fit are talking about, they got help from. But let's continue. You see, Tariq Nasheed also talks about the fact that Fresh and Fit had been mentioning him by name, all right? They had been mentioning him by name, and they had been pretending to even want to call him out for a debate, but then they ran.
So the Fresh and Fit guy called Myron, and he called you out and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then when you accepted it, he said, no, we don't want.
Right. Yeah, I don't like that shit when somebody says, hey, I'll talk to Tariq, I'll debate Tariq about whoop-de-whoop, and then when I say, okay, let's do it, then don't turn bitch.
Yo, how come Dr. Umar and Tariq scared of you? Bro. Finally, someone sees it. Yes, bro. They're 1,000% scared. I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. Tariq is a bum. I honestly don't think he's worthy of a debate. I want to debate Dr. Umar Johnson because if you want to kill a snake, you got to cut it off at the head. And Dr. Umar Johnson is by far the biggest systematic racism, the white man's oppressing me grifter there is. Like, he's by far the biggest, by far. Like, he's the one that's pushing this whole, you know, us against them mentality, and the white man is bad, and the white man is the reason why the Black man can't get ahead of the United States. He is by far the leading talking head for that. So if I'm going to talk about this topic and I'm going to bring someone on our podcast, which is a pretty big platform, it's got to be worth it for us. So Umar Johnson is who I would debate on that. And just so y'all know, because he came out on Instagram today with a post saying some shit about, oh, they invited me on and I'm not going to go on and apologetic, blah, 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 because they had this dude, Nick Fuentes, on. Bro, we told him, you could come on and debate Nick Fuentes. What did he do? Turn into fucking Goku. Nope. He didn't want to do it.
Nope.
And honestly, if it's me and Nick, I'll take on Tariq and Umar. We'd absolutely destroy them. We would absolutely destroy them. And we wouldn't even have to get into like any of the IQ stuff. We would just straight debate them on how you are not oppressed as an African-American in the United States or an FBA foundationally black.
When it's time to do it, so he flipped and was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm above that. And the thing with the fresh and fit guys, these guys, those are tethers. Those are the tether classes who come over and they get with white people and try to undermine us. They spew all of this anti-black vitriol. And once we delegitimize them, white people start pulling back. Now, from what I understand, a lot of them, those guys, some of their platforms have been demonetized.
Then he was asked about the fact if he was happy that they got demonetized.
Here, so when you found out that Fresh and Fit got demonetized, were you happy or not happy?
I was just kind of indifferent. I was just kind of indifferent because I wasn't shocked. What was funny, the way he reacted, he's damn near about to cry because he understands all of that anti-black vitriol pandering to the white supremacist crowd. That's his bread and butter. Whereas if we were to get demonetized, we understand. We're on code with each other. We know how to go out here and get $1.
I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
But I want to go back to this whole thing about disrespecting African Americans. This is something that Tariq Nasheed talked about. I want to play this one clip back, and then we're going to come back.
The fresh and fit guys, all of that taking shots at black Americans, I really had a problem with that.
Now, I want you guys to see this clip. It is cringe. But here is your boy, Fresh, saying this, pretending to say this about George Floyd.
Oh, Fresh gonna die now. Oh, shit.
Earthquake.
Oh.
I can't breathe. George Floyd.
If I slice them now, I'll get a triple kill.
George Floyd.
If I slice them now, you'll get a what? He said you'll get a...
Now, they got a lot of smoke for African Americans, don't they? It's interesting because the whole hashtag thing called tether, which is to really be attached to, is interesting because Fresh and Fit, if it wasn't for African Americans, they wouldn't even be there at all. Let me give you an example why, okay? It was Obsidian Media Network and O'Shea Duke Jackson that put on Donovan Sharp, their big bro, okay? If it wasn't for me reaching out to Donovan Sharp back in November 2016 by email to come on the YouTube or to come into the Managed for Content Creation space, there would never have been a Fresh and Fit. They would have never reached out to him, all right? It's just the facts. Now, because of Donovan Sharp, they met him at the 21 convention. Donovan would have never went to the 21 convention. It would not have ever been possible. Through Donovan Sharp going to a 21 convention, then Solo TV 84 introducing him to Fresh, that is how they became Fresh and Fit. So you see right there, just in the formation of Fresh and Fit, directly or indirectly, you have 3 African American men. Me, Donovan Sharp, and Solo TV 84. But then they got help from another African American. Who was who? Drum roll, please. Kevin Samuels. And if you don't believe that they got help from Kevin Samuels, let's listen to this video that I made and we'll figure out that if it wasn't for Kevin Samuels, there would still be nowhere. It's 2020 and Kevin Samuels by that time has already blown up. He's the truth on YouTube, and Fresh and Fit are just a struggling YouTube channel. If you don't believe me, let's go to Social Blade when they started in 2020. September 2020, they have 2,700 subscribers. They have 1,650 subscribers, which means they have over 4,000. By the time November 2020 came, they have 2,010 subscribers. And then by the time Kevin Samuels comes, they have 5,200 subscribers. Less than 15,000 subscribers. And if you want to go look at their views for those respective months, there's 130,000, there's 165,000, there's 210,000, and there's 349,000 views. Kevin Samuels is already who he is during that period of time, and he's catapulting, which is why they wanted him to come down to Miami. And the first ever episode that we saw with Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit aired December 12th, 2020. And the name of the episode was called Kevin Samuels Explains High Value, Cold Hard Truth. So as you can see, their success is closely tied to people from the African American who either indirectly inspired them or directly inspired them. You see, it wasn't white people who helped build Fresh and Fit. They only came after the blacks had helped them out, especially Kevin and other black content creators that blew them up. But you see all the smoke they have for how black people are lazy? That's interesting. When you were asking all the African-American guys back in the day to come onto your platform, you wasn't saying that when Kevin was there. You wasn't saying that when those early guys were there. But you see, that's the problem that Tariq Nasheed's talking about. People who want to benefit from the African-American community and then turn around and talk about how lazy black people are. But when it comes to the people in your community, they can't help you do a goddamn thing. Yeah, I'm saying it. They don't help you do nothing. I know so many people who got so much smoke for the African-American community, and I deal with that all the time, right? You know, I don't live here, right? But I hear conversations in the Pan-African world and things like that. And when they have so many problems for the African-American community, but then when you need help, who are you coming to? Some of these guys, you're coming to us, but your own people can't even help you get on. Isn't that very interesting? Where your Sudanese family helping you get on? Where's your whatever family helping you get on? They not helping you get on, bro. The people who helped you get on are the same folks you're talking about. And one thing I can never do is talk about the people who helped me get on. But that's exactly what you're doing. And so I'm glad Tariq Nasheed called it out. And that disgusting thing with the George Floyd clip, bro, I'm telling you, if somebody pulls up on y'all for stuff like that, I promise you, I would have to say, you did it to yourself. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.